New Year Adventures of Fluffy. On the edge of a snow-covered forest lived a well-behaved but very lively little bunny named Fluffy. He lived with his mother in a cozy house under an old pine tree. At first glance, the house seemed small, but inside it was spacious and warm, with enough room for everything. There was always a feeling of comfort inside. Dried herbs and berries hung on the walls, cups and lots of treats stood on the shelves, and in one of the rooms sat Fluffy's favorite toys. On the windowsill by the little window glowed a lantern that his mother had given him for the holidays. Fluffy was a great helper to his mother. Together they cleaned, cooked the most delicious and fragrant carrot soup, baked cookies for tea, and simply enjoyed life. One day, as he listened to the snow swirling outside and the trees knocking loudly against the window, Fluffy got scared. He ran to his mother and hugged her tightly. His mother smiled and said, "Don't be afraid, it's only the wind. Fluffy, look how beautiful the snow is outside and how the snowflakes are dancing." Sometimes a snowflake would land right on the windowsill, and the bunny would laugh happily. "Mom! Mom! A snowflake came to visit us." At that moment, the world felt so peaceful, and Fluffy knew that the best time was being close to his mother. Fluffy went to the forest school. He was attentive and polite, but more than anything, he loved adventures, especially New Year, because only then did he truly believe that real miracles happen during the holidays. Fluffy's best friends were Rudya, the talkative squirrel, Toptik, the strong little bear, and Koluchok, the funny hedgehog. Together they played, went to school, dreamed about adventures, and supported one another. The forest school was preparing for the new year. During lessons, the little animals cut out stars and snowflakes from paper, made New Year decorations, and then decorated a huge Christmas tree near the school. Each decoration held a piece of their friendship, and the tree began to shine in a special way. One evening, on the eve of the holiday, Fluffy invited his friends over. "Friends, let's do something nice for the little children who live near our forest," Fluffy suggested. "They're waiting so much for the new year. Let's give them lots of toys and treats." "Wonderful idea, Fluffy," said Rudya the squirrel. "This will be our shared adventure, and I love adventures and treats too." Fluffy jumped with joy. "I can help carry the packages," said Toptik the bear with a smile. "And I'll make sure no one is left without a gift," added Koluchok the hedgehog. All night they prepared the presents, each doing their important part. Rudya helped pack them, Toptik arranged them into bags, and Koluchok checked the list of addresses. On a winter New Year's night, "Are you ready for an adventure?" Fluffy asked. "Yes, let's take Toptik's sled. They're huge," said Rudya. "I love sledding in winter. And treats," replied Toptik, filling the room with laughter. The gifts fit perfectly into the sled, and the friends set off quietly so as not to wake anyone. Fluffy tiptoed into each house, leaving gifts under the Christmas tree, and whispering, "Happy New Year! May kindness always live in your heart." On their way back home, suddenly a cold, slow wind appeared. The mean wind, who hated children's laughter and put out the lights of New Year celebrations. "Where are you going?" the mean wind asked. "We are New Year's postmen, delivering packages to children," replied the bravest, Toptik. The wind became furious. It rushed in with a snowstorm, shaking the trees in all directions, covering all tracks, and pushing the sled off the path, so they would never find their way home.
Suddenly, Fluffy shouted, "Our friendship is stronger than any cold wind. You cannot defeat us."
The mean wind swirled the snow even harder, throwing it in every direction. But in the end, it could not win and disappeared. The gifts were delivered, and the little travelers returned home. Fluffy's mother greeted him, hugged him, and lovingly said, "I'm proud of you, my son."
"You're a real hero," added Rudya.
"The best New Year's postman," laughed Toptik.
"Each of us is a true hero," said Koluchok.
Fluffy quietly said, "The real adventure on New Year's night is bringing joy to others." Every year, small bunny footprints appear in the forest, and children still wake up to find gifts under the tree and continue to believe in New Year miracles. Where kindness lives, true miracles are always born.